searching for signs, lost in the sand, whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. The stories we have found in the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light, readers and seekers in the night.
So good morning. Here in the United States is the 4th of July, so I hope everybody enjoys their 4th of July holiday. Fireworks, barbecues, things like that. So, but here I am. I had said I was going to get up early for the 4th, and instead of just sleeping in, and oh my God, I did it. Shock. So, oh, that's funny. You know what? Where's the over-the-wall go? So, I was saying that normally I don't use whimsical decks, but Mina, my partner, she's been doing her daily reads with this particular deck, which is the Dark Mansion Tarot, which is her favorite. And so I thought in honor of her, I would do the reading today using the Dark Mansion Tarot. Good morning, Marie. Good morning, Karina. But good morning, and it is a Friday. So joy to us. So today I'm going to use a slightly whimsical deck, but looking at my shirt, I also have, so there was a TV show in the United States and out in the rest of the world, I imagine, called Over the Garden Wall. If you have not seen this cartoon that seems whimsical and everything else, it's a slight version of Dante's Inferno, and it's actually really kind of amazing if you give it a chance. They're only like 10-minute episodes, but it's actually really quite good. The music is amazing in it. So, I know, holiday time, holiday season, everything else. So I'm going to use the Dark Mansion this morning, which gives me a chance to take a breath. Which, again, I forget about breathing until I sit down. There it is. So, what do we do even on holidays? We can do a morning meditation, whether it's yoga or staring at a candle, listening to a bell, something to just start the day off with. And a way to just kind of hold up the mirror and see what we might see. Or as I like to say, where the universe can hold up a mirror and ask us what we see, and that we're using the tarot for that reflection. There we go. So with feet flat on the ground, my butt doing the kitty dance, getting nice and comfortable. Shoulders relaxed, neck relaxed. And now, after taking a breath and done all that, the next question is what does the universe have for us today? I do like the backs of these decks. So, Karina is an interesting name. I've seen Karina. Karina sounds really pretty. I presume it's pronounced Karina. It's interesting. It's like, yeah. Karina. Okay. So I will say that this deck is more, it's thicker and slightly larger than most other decks. Meaning that, here we go. it is a little bit more difficult to shuffle. Thank goodness I don't do that bridge shuffle. Okay, so here is our 3 stacks. And what does that mean? That means we have like 3 different threads going out to the universe, each one a different thought or idea, and if we believe in that multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this stack is going to take us down one conversation, this stack is a totally different path, and this one would take us in a totally different direction. But today I'm going to take the bottom stack, and I like to think of that as things that are right in front of us, and things that are underneath us, and that we may not realize it. Things that might have an influence and we don't see it. Let's see if I need to extend my camera out. Didn't realize they were that much larger. There we go. Beautiful. Good morning, Maureen. I made it. It's a holiday and I'm up bright-tailed and bushy-eyed. And using the Dark Mansion Tarot, Mina's favorite tarot. And it is a nice taro. It's one that I would definitely label kind of whimsical, but I've been not helping. Mina can read her own cards, but she's been asking me, and we've been discussing her reads throughout the week, and this is the deck that she uses. So, first card, turning them over one at a time like they're the pages of a book, and we have the Queen of Wands. So, queens are what? Queens are the element of water. So they are our emotions, our feelings, our spirituality. Queens are the ones that take care of things, make sure things are taken care of and happen around the home, or family, friends, the caretaker. But wands are fire, passion, energy. And so you mix fire and water. Wands are the element of fire. And you also have that passionate person. So we have the Queen of Wands. And court cards, of course, could be us, could be somebody else, or just part of a situation. Then we have the Eight of Swords reversed. So swords are our thoughts. Swords are our ideas. Swords are our anxieties. And so we have the numerology 1 to 8. And 1 to 10. And 1 is we start out. 5 is halfway. 8, we're getting so close to 10. And sometimes that anxiety can start waiting on us, because 8s are about progress, moving forward. But 8 of Swords, if each one of these swords is our anxieties also, and our thoughts, and we're carrying all these things at one time, sometimes we get blinded because we start getting a little bit overwhelmed. And I love how they have this, because she would realize that if she just moved the hair from her eyes, that she could probably just pull those swords right out and walk out of that circle. But sometimes that anxiety and our thoughts and that needs, sometimes in our head, just weigh us down. And I often describe it as having that brick that's in front of our face, and it looks like an insurmountable wall until we start pulling that brick back for a different perspective, and when we realize it's just a brick and we can walk right around it. Next card is the Nine of Swords. Okay, so keep in mind that we have the 2 reversals here. So now we have the Nine of Swords. And now, some people call this, and it's often written as, the Nightmare card. Because remember how I talked about all those anxieties from the 8 of Swords? A lot of times I'll describe it, since swords are, swords are our thoughts and ideas. 1 is great. It's like a seed. It's a new thought. It's a new idea. 2, we have choices to make with it. 4 Four Swords is like, four legs on a table, stability. But as we start moving forward, imagine somebody's handing you a sword. You got the one sword, then you're holding four swords. Somebody hands you five swords. These things are made of steel. And if these are our anxieties and somebody hands you seven swords, by the time you're holding nine swords, can you imagine how much weight that is if that's our anxiety? So these are the things that we struggle to let go of, the things that might keep us awake at night. But these are reversed, right? So the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands being fire and energy and passion and us. We take on these things. Sometimes we take things on, like, getting the kingdom straight, getting all that stuff. And plus we have all these extra hobbies and things that we want to do that we haven't done yet. And we have all this stuff that we fire and energy and passion and we just want to do. Sometimes this is kind of like a great ADD card until finally we just stress ourselves out. I know that I've got a lot of stuff in my house. Personally, I feel like a hoarder right now in my house. We're even holding some stuff for a friend of ours because they made an eBay purchase. And now we have two large crates in our living room, which I don't mind at all because it's really cool stuff that he got. But that goes with the other stuff that we need to take to the dump and we need to take to Goodwill. So cards are gender neutral. They can be male or female. It's masculine energy and feminine energy. And so I definitely feel like the Queen of Wands can absolutely represent me because I do have a lot of go and passion and stuff like that. And I do like to think of myself as empathetic. But when we have the 8 and the 9 of swords, this stuff starts to weigh on us. But these are reversed, which means we start to recognize, all right, something's going on here. And we need to start taking the blindfold off. We need to do like we're doing now, where we take a breath. And we need to see why we might be feeling any anxiety. Why even if it's positive stuff we're doing. Like I say, I'm having fun being a hoarder. See all my Ouija boards? You ought to see the entire house. So it's a lot of fun. But again, I've got stuff I got to clean up and clear out. So I'm not only putting on the anxiety on myself, but I can see that my partner, she's feeling anxiety because she's not comfortable with the house. So that also gives me anxiety because if I'm not doing something about it. But here's the advice card. The Page of Cups. So interesting. Okay, so I was just curious. So, yep. So this is, there's definitely reversals in here. And generally they're 50-50. I didn't check. But here we can see our page. And Page of Cups. Pages are when we're what? When we're willing to start something new. When we're willing to learn. When we are willing to try something different. Because pages want to learn to be a knight. A knight wants to learn to be a king. And the Page of Cups. Cups are the element of water. There are spirituality, emotions, and our feelings. And so this Page of Cup, the thing about that is that when we see spiritual, when we see, this is a card of magic. This is a card of, he can find a golden cup and be fascinated by the little things on the side here because, if this is about restarting our spirituality and being willing to learn different things, as compared to the Queen, this is me burning out because it's fire and water and it's a lot of fun. But sometimes I need to realize, and a lot of us need to realize, when it's time to slow down. And so this is showing us that if this is reversed, that maybe we're forgetting to stop and look for the magic in the ordinary. Maybe we're forgetting to just slow down, take a breath, and just, not only do I have to enjoy the fact that it's like I have a house now that looks like a museum, but it also looks like the warehouse in Indiana Jones with all those boxes and stuff. That maybe I need to just slow down and just enjoy what I have for a while. The point when I see a card like the page upside down is that what's it going to take to turn the page right side up? Because when it's upside down, it means that what? Things are blocked. So the goal today is to unblock. Turn the page right side up. Become that childlike person again. And realize what spirituality is again. Realize what spirit is, emotions and feelings. And then find that playfulness again. Find that playful spot in our little heart. Isn't that sweet? But find that playfulness again. So that we can let go of what the Queen of Wands is doing. All that fire and energy. Take a breath and actually enjoy the day. But the main thing is with the 8 and 9 reversed, we know that we know what's blocking us. We know that feeling. You know, it's not like they're upright where sometimes we don't see what's going on. We acknowledge what's going on. But again, that is our goal, is to turn him right side up. So with that, I hope everybody has an amazing day. If you're enjoying a holiday today, I hope that you have that amazing holiday, have fun and all that other wonderful stuff. My holiday is going to be spent doing nothing, and it's going to be glorious. So with that, thank you again very much. Take care, and try Over the Garden Wall. Give it a, it's on Hulu. Give it a shot because it's actually quite sweet. Nothing like I expected. I did not want to watch that cartoon. But somebody had said, if you just watch it, you will love it. So, isn't it? Yes, it is very much like Tim Burton art. It's one of the quote-unquote whimsical decks that it's like, I kind of like this. So, again, thank you so much. Take care, and I will see you later.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand, whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the card.